The greens are done, the canvas are done, thanks to a lot of friends in the community. Couldn't have done it without friendships and the community. There's absolutely no way. I would have never thought that just collecting Marvel would add that much to my experience in the hobby. No way.
Time, space, collecting. A multiverse of stories shaped by the choices we make. We are your guides across the Marvelverse, exploring everything from the MCU to cards and collectibles. Because every piece we collect tells a story. The question is, what does yours say about you?
Yo! What is up, everybody? Welcome into Across the Marvelverse, episode number 14. It is Thursday, October 16th. 14, bro. 14. I know. I'm officially doing this for, 3 months now? So...
Awesome.
Crazy, man. But hey, if you are listening today, thank you so much for joining in. We've got a great conversation planned. And I've got my really good friend, amazing friend, Matty. Welcome to the show.
How's it going, man? I'm so excited to be here.
Dude, I'm pumped. Matty, I would argue, is probably become one of my best friends in the Marvel collecting space. I think we talk almost every day.
Yeah, I would say so.
And this episode has been a long time coming. If you have not already been able to tell by this amazing piece that Matty has in his background, he's got a crazy collection.
And this is a canvas print. It's not the OA, but
yeah, for listeners,
really nice.
Yeah, for audio listeners, he's got this just incredible print of Dan DeSanto's Spider-Man from Marvel Masterpieces 2022. And I'm so jealous of that. If it's at OAX this year, I might have to get one for myself.
Yeah, that's where I got this one. It's like 3 foot by 4 foot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude. It is magnificent. And speaking of Marvel Masterpieces 2022, we're going to be talking a lot about that today. That's a set that I know you were very heavy into. I was as well. And we've bonded a lot over that set. It's really a terrific set. Dan knocked it out of the park. And so far in the podcast, I haven't gotten a chance to really dive into one particular set, right? And have someone who just collects that set. If you have been tuning in for the past couple months, we've been doing a series where I talk to different collectors about different ways to collect Marvel. And one of those ways was set collecting. So I'm really excited. This is the first episode now that we've kind of laid the foundation that we're going to dive into a specific set. So that's pretty fun. But Matty, dude, I actually don't know this story and I'm excited to hear it. How did you get into Marvel?
So I got into Marvel because I had friends in school. Friends in elementary school were into Marvel. And that's really what got me into it. I started with comics and cards kind of simultaneously, both at the same time.
Okay.
And I was a set collector then as a kid. I really wasn't even thoughts of character collecting, but Gambit was always my favorite character for many reasons. And so yeah, set collected with cards and comics. I was equally into cards and comics both too.
That's cool. Do you remember what your first pickups were as a kid? Like, is there a memory you have of picking up that first pack?
I would say the memory of my first pack would be 1992 Marvel Masterpiece.
Wow.
Yeah. That was
iconic.
That was just amazing to open up those cards with the glossy finish and just that artwork. It's just, you really felt like you were handling masterpieces. It was those and Marvel Flair. I loved opening Marvel Flair.
That's cool.
Marvel Flair cards are really cool. Yeah.
That's so fun too that you were into that. Masterpiece is one of your first sets, and then here we are talking about masterpieces from a set that happened 30 years later.
Yeah. Yep.
Really
It really was, and it really did bring back that feeling of opening a pack. Like, I open a lot of packs to grade Gambit cards, but man, opening this set was really, really brought those feelings back. It's really cool.
I had such a fun time opening Marvel Masterpieces, dude. And I'm on record saying this. I've never had more fun opening a set ever than
No,
MM22.
no,
There
no,
was
no,
something
no.
special about it. I don't know what it
No,
was.
no, it's a moment in time in my, like, hobby collecting. It can't be duplicated. It can't be no, it was just the best ever. Even across all my childhood, it was just it was amazing. I can't wait to, explain everything that I went through. Yeah, it was really amazing. And just like we just said, just the friends and the relationships that it built, it means more to me than the cards, but it adds so much to the experience, really does.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, we are going to dive into that, but there is some news. There's actually a lot of news that drops. So we're going to get into that first here.
The Watchers Report.
So a lot has gone down over the past week because we had New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con, we got a bunch of new reveals and releases, as well as just some general MCU news. One of those pieces of news is Jessica Jones is coming sooner than you think. We don't know what that means, but this was a direct quote from Marvel Studios that it is coming sooner than we think. I don't know, but I would be very excited to see Jessica Jones in a new season. Season one from the Netflix series, the old one, I think it's from like 2015, maybe. Dude, that's one of my favorite seasons of just Marvel television.
I'll have to check that out. I have not seen that yet. Yeah, no,
Bro, you've got to see
okay,
it. Kilgrave,
okay,
dude. Oh, so genuinely, he's one of my favorite villains they've ever done, like
okay.
on screen. I don't know, dude. Jessica Jones. Now, the other seasons, they were fine. They were good. I enjoyed them. But season one, that was special. At least watch season one. Yeah.
Okay, definitely will. I always need something else to watch.
Vision Quest, there is a new trailer that dropped supposedly with New York Comic Con. I'm assuming it's new. I don't watch trailers, so I couldn't tell you for sure. As you know on this show, we stay away from trailers, but if that is your thing, go check it out. I will say it is very hard for me not to go in and watch all the panels from New York Comic Con.
Before you watch a movie, you don't watch a trailer?
No, I will not watch the trailers. I do everything I humanly can to avoid trailers. I don't want to hear panels about it. I try to avoid any possible spoiler. I want everything to be a total surprise. Total surprise.
Dang. Okay, cool. Never heard of that before.
Yeah, I enjoy it so much more. And I wasn't always like that, but as time has gone on, the trailers just keep revealing more and more and more of the movie to get people
Yeah,
excited for it.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
I'd rather just like I don't even want to know, which I think she is going to be in it, but I don't even want to know if like Scarlet Witch is going to be in the next big Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't even want to know. I want to be sitting in the theater and be like, "Oh my god." Like
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to do it.
if you are a trailer watcher, as are probably most people, you can go ahead and watch Vision Quest, the new trailer. Just don't tell me about it. X-Men 97 season 3 is also officially in development. So we already knew season 2 was coming, but they also announced at New York Comic Con that season 3 is already being developed. So that's exciting.
That's awesome.
They also announced that One World Under Doom has, I guess, its next series coming, which is called Dungeons of Doom. So One World Under Doom, I guess, was announced, I think, at last year's Comic Con, actually, which that series has now been going on for a bit. And they have now introduced the next series with Doom. So we have Dungeons of Doom. Really cool artwork here. Really cool. His face is just the door. And
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. You got some smoke coming off the door. That cover is by Lionel Francis Yu. I've seen some other covers by Lionel and just really, really good artist. But yeah, if you're a Doctor Doom fan, I'd imagine that you are very excited for this. They also announced Amazing Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral 1. So pretty cool. If you are a Spider-Man or Venom fan, I'd imagine that this is a big deal. And check out that cover, man. That cover is really neat.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on.
I know. I really like it. So, new Spider-Man series. That's always fun. They also announced, what is it called? X-Men Shadows of Tomorrow. And this is, I guess, the next part after Age of Revelation. So Age of Revelation has only had like 1 million tie-in comics. It's almost like a comedy skit now, because I feel like every week when I'm going through comic news, every other one is like Age of Revelation tie-in, Age of Revelation tie-in, Age of Revelation tie-in. But I'm wondering if once Age of Revelation wraps up, it's just all going to combine into this amazing series, which I'm thinking might be X-Men Shadows of Tomorrow. So if you're an X-Men fan, I'd imagine that this is a big deal for you. We've got some cool art there with just a million characters. You've got Rogue up there.
Yeah,
There's your boy. There's Gambit. He's in there, front
there
row.
he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go.
No, it looks good.
They also announced the end of Ultimate Universe. So the Ultimate series, if you have been into reading those and enjoying them, they are calling it quits in 2026. And they announced when each series will be wrapping up. So the last Spider-Man comic will be in December. Black Panther will end in January. X-Men will end in February. The Ultimates ends in April. And then they will wrap it up with Ultimate Wolverine, also in April of 2026. So I guess that's sad news if you're into the Ultimates, but it sounds like they have just an epic ending finale for them. So I guess you can be excited for a little bit longer and then be sad. That was really all I had to share from New York Comic Con. A couple small things. There's another comic, Sorcerer Supreme. So if you're a Doctor Strange fan, you can check that out. If you're an Iron Man fan, there's also a new Iron Man series that's going to drop. I believe there's another Hela series that's dropping. I think it's Queen in Black. I think it's a succession to a comic they did called King in Black. So you can check that out if you're into the Asgardian stuff. But that was about it. I honestly didn't see any crazy reveals. And a lot of the things they announced, I felt like we already kind of knew. So nothing iconic, nothing earth-shattering, but fun to talk about.
Right.
Outside of New York Comic Con news, Funko Pops, there's this neat little bitty pop bouquet of Miles Morales and Ghost Spider. I don't always talk about Funko Pop news, but I just thought that was kind of neat. I don't know. Is something different. So if you're a Funko Pop fan, you can check that out.
Yeah,
there's
the
also
Funko Pop world is wild to me.
It is.
Crazy.
It is. I have a few. I have a very modest collection behind me. I have maybe like 15 of them, but I know some people are hardcore into Funko. It was funny. I heard someone relate it to like modern day Beanie Babies. And I was like, I feel like Funko definitely surpassed the Beanie Babies. I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but I think they were saying they feel like it's dying out a little bit from where it was. And that's probably a fair assessment.
When I saw the Funko Pops, I went, there's a comic book store near me and they have a huge Funko Pop section. And it's just like wall to ceiling, just Funko Pops. And man, they take up some room though. Like if you were a collector, I don't know how they collect these. They take up a lot of room.
I know. Well, yeah, especially us as like card collectors. We're like, there's like you can stack up like 100 cards right here. Yeah, I know. I kind of thought the same thing because even the ones behind me, they're kind of starting to stack a little tall. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can even get any more. But if you are into them, they also have this classic 4-pack bundle. So you can get this little bundle of Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, and Spider-Man. It looks like they have plenty in stock. So it seems like they're pretty easy to get. And it's $50 for a 4-pack, so not too bad of a price, it seems like.
No, that's not bad.
Moving on to comic book news, we have some new releases this week. The first, Amazing Spider-Man, number 14. We've got some really cool variants with this. I really like this one. It reminds me of that Magic the Gathering card. And our friend, Bro Namath, Brandon, he just got the original art. He was just on the show a few weeks ago talking about original art, and he locked down the art that's just very reminiscent of this cover. This cover is by Lee Bermejo, and you've got Spider-Man kind of lifting this. I don't even know what that is. Is it like some kind of truck that flipped over? I don't know. He's lifting maybe a building that fell. He's lifting something. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but yeah, that I saw that show and what an amazing show, and his collection is really amazing pieces.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
So yeah, and look at this cover. You've got the Muppets, right? And most of the Muppets I don't like, but this one's kind of funny. It has nothing. I mean, I guess that's supposed to be Thing, right? It looks like Thing versus maybe Hulk.
Hulk.
Yeah,
I would say.
They are going all out with this Muppets collab. It's kind of funny. And that, dude, just the art for this comic looks nuts. I mean, look at this one. It's by Corey Smith. Yeah. You've got Spider-Man flying through the air. It's just phenomenal.
I like that.
So anyways, if you're a Spider-Man fan, I'd imagine this would be a fun read for you. It also has the first appearance of Goblin Slayer. So there you go. New character.
That's cool.
Fantastic Four X Gargoyles is also dropping, number 1. So a little collaboration here between Fantastic Four and Gargoyles. You've got some fun covers, all types of different art. I'm pretty sure that if you are a fan of either franchise, you'll be satisfied with one of these covers. But of course, I wanted to share this one. Peach is just so good, man. Peach did this
Yeah,
fantastic gargoyle with Invisible Woman underneath. Really, really neat art.
amazing.
There's also Incredible Hulk 30. This has the first appearance of the Mother of All Horrors and also has a possible Infernal Hulk first cameo. So that's pretty fun. Another Muppets cover. They are just all in on these things, man. Are you into the Muppets covers or Muppets?
No, no, I'm not, but I was gonna say about comics, so I still collect some comics, and even though I like all the variant covers, it does make it difficult because, funds-wise,
So
you can't
many.
have every and there's so many, but most of them are usually really, really good, so it's hard to X out
Yeah.
a couple of the cover variants and say, "Oh, those 2, I won't get those, and I'll get these 3." It's hard to do. It's hard to do because some of them are really, really good.
I know. I know. It is. The variants, man. And just even the number of releases, like the amount, the
Yeah,
just
it's
the
the
rate that they're
amount.
going. Oh my gosh.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I really like these Tron covers though. I picked up the Scarlet Witch one the other week, but this Tron cover with Hulk on it looks awesome. I've heard the movie's not that great, but the marketing's phenomenal. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, it was not that good.
All right, so moving on, we've also got Iron and Frost #1. I thought this looks really cool. First appearance of Tony
Wow,
Stark as Iron King, and check out just the covers here, bro. I'm telling you, this week they were on something with these covers, man. These are just
wow. I like that
fantastic.
first cover.
I know. That's what I was
That
gonna
first
say. The base cover, not even a variant. It's by Ryan
base
Brown.
cover, not even the variant's definitely the best one,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That one's cool.
Yeah, you've got I guess that's the Iron King. I don't know anything about that story, but he's
I don't
holding
either.
this Iron Man mask. That cover
It
makes
makes
me
me
want to
wanna
read
get it. It
it.
makes me wanna get it, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. We're saying the same thing at the same time. I mean, it just looks so cool.
No,
So
that is gotta own it.
I know. Yeah, that looks really neat.
Huh,
Rogue Storm #1, another new series dropping. It looks pretty cool. I thought you might like this one. Rogue
yeah,
is
that's cool.
Gambit adjacent, right?
Yeah, probably grab that Iron Man one first, but
Yeah, right, right, right. But some cool art here for sure. Cool art here for sure. If you are a Rogue or Storm fan, I'd imagine this is a good pickup. It also has, oh, sorry, Iron and Frost 1, where we just were. That is an Age of Revelation tie-in. Rogue Storm #1, also an Age of Revelation tie-in. I told you, it's going to keep happening, which will keep it going. Sinister Six #1, Age of Revelation tie-in.
that's a good cover too.
Yeah, it is a really good cover. And they have some other ones as well as we scroll through here that I really like. I really like
I
this
like
one.
that.
I like this one a lot. And it doesn't actually give credit to the cover artist on the Marvel website. So if anyone knows who did this one, I would like to know. But yeah, Sinister Six #1. This is the first team appearance of Sinister Six, I guess, or Sinisters with an apostrophe S 6. So if you are a Sinister Six fan, Mr. Sinister, I'd imagine this is a big deal for you, or if you're just keeping up with the Age of Revelation tie-in. And then the last one, which it looks like I clicked the back button. We'll bring it back up. Unbreakable X-Men #1. This is the last of our Age of Revelation tie-ins for this week. Like, dude, I just don't know how I could not keep up with that. Because you got to read the Age
No.
of Revelation series, and then every week there's like 6 new comics that you got to read.
Oh,
It's just a
no,
lot.
it's too much.
You got to
Yeah,
be a
it's too
hardcore fan for that. I'm not hardcore
yeah.
enough. But definitely some cool art there. So, okay, we made it through the news.
The art definitely doesn't disappoint, that's for
No,
sure.
it's all so good, man. Anyways, Maddie, I want to talk about some pickups.
The Collector's Hall.
All right, Maddie, I'm going to pass it to you. If you don't have any, that's fine. But do you have any pickups that you would like to
No,
share?
I do. Yeah, no, I do. So this one isn't necessarily it's not really a pickup, but I graded it myself because I opened a box
Okay.
of Spider-Man. But this one got this graded at
Ooh,
10. Yeah, and this was just one of my childhood favorites, just that crackle prism.
wow. And for our audio
Yeah.
listeners, can you share what this card is? What set it's from?
So this is from the 1992 Spider-Man 30th anniversary,
That's
and this
awesome.
is the Spider-Man Prism number 12. So it's got like a turquoise blue background, and it's that ice crackle with Spider-Man. Just
That's really cool,
one of
man.
those, you know, pull this from a pack as a kid and you just freak out, you know?
Yeah, that's
Just
awesome.
one of those good ones. I
That's
like that
awesome.
one. So I got that grade came back as a 10. I was really happy with that. And somewhat recently, the orange is more recent. I didn't have it graded yet, but so I side PC Ghost Rider a little bit and the Finding Unicorn set. I was able to pick up
Oh,
the
okay.
green and the
Nice.
orange. So they're both out of 10.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And the orange is out of 10 as well. So now I have full rainbow for myself of the because there's a pink, orange, green, red, gold, purple, blue base
That's so
and a
cool.
and a printing plate. So really happy about that.
Yeah,
So we
yeah, congrats, man. That's
got
big.
the green and the orange and, you know, nothing crazy for prices either because it's Finding Unicorn and, but it's cool to me, so
Oh,
I like
100%.
those. Yeah, they're amazing. And one is a pickup
Okay.
and one is a pickup, but it's a pack rip that I got, okay? Comics Express, for the Impel set, Jim Lee Auto. I pack pulled or box pulled from that gold sealed Comics Express, the Gambit gold auto hologram.
Dude, so cool. The camera is not doing it justice,
Yeah,
but so cool, man. Oh, there we go.
yeah,
I'm starting to see the auto a little bit. Oh, man.
right there.
There you go. Yeah.
So this is the gold auto. I was able to pick up from a friend. Comics Express also did another small box with just the holograms in it, and it had a silver autograph on it,
Oh, boy.
and I have that one.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
So
phenomenal, dude.
really, really thankful for friends in the hobby so that I have, you know, the pack pulled one with the authenticate you know, I put the card on the back of the authentication card on the back of the one touch. But yeah, really excited to have both of these. So one I pulled myself and one a friend helped me out with. So that was really, really cool.
Yeah, congrats on that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. That's really good for the Gambit personal collection. So those are my
Yeah,
pickups.
dude. Yeah, that's awesome.
One more actually, one more. It's a
Okay.
duplicate, but
Okay.
still really good. I had to grab it because it was a really good deal, and, so I went and got an extra one of
Oh my gosh, just an
the
extra. Just no big deal. Went to Walmart, picked one up with a bottle of Coke.
so I had to get an extra medallion, green medallion out of 10. Couldn't help
Oh my
myself.
word.
It was at the register when I was walking out.
That is awesome, bro. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
so that's cool.
Well, I once again, my guest has showed me up on pickups. One day I will one up the guest, but it is not today. We'll start it off with not a Marvel pickup, but I'll just share it. This is another one. I'm probably going to get this card signed. This is a Dragon Ball Super Masters card. It's a pre-release stamp. It is worth probably, I don't know, 30 cents. But this is Majin Ku created by a witch, and this is from the new Dragon Ball series. Dragon Ball Daima is where this art comes from. And the voice actor for Majin Ku is coming to a con that I'm going to. I don't even remember where he's going to be, but he's going to be somewhere in this area in the near future.
Cool.
So I picked this up, and we'll add that to the signed voice actor card collection. A bigger pickup that's now Marvel related. I did pick up something from Topps, which I don't get many Topps cards, but I got the Scarlet Witch Rose Gold.
Oh, I want the Gambit one of that.
Yeah.
How is that card in person?
It's
That one has
really
to be
good,
that.
bro. It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
so
yeah,
good, man. It
yeah.
looks so
That
good.
was the one that I chose as I'm betting that that one looks the best in person, rose gold.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it, and I saw someone post a picture of it, and like I knew there was an out of 40 rose gold, but I wasn't going for it because I just went for the red because that's the color
Yep,
match. But then I saw
yep.
someone post a picture of this, and I just saw the foiling on it, and I was like, dude, I gotta get
That
that.
looks good. That
I
looks good.
gotta get
Nice
that.
grab. Nice grab. That's a really nice
And I'm telling you, some of these ones, especially not you're not like tier 0 top tier
one.
characters, like not Spider-Man,
Yep,
not Wolverine for Tops. They're going at good prices now. The market cooled a lot on a lot of these
yeah,
characters.
yeah,
You like your big chase cards, sure. Your really low numbered stuff, sure, that's still staying high. But stuff like this is numbered out of 40, and I got this. I don't remember how much I paid, but it was a very good deal. I did not pay very much for
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. I have saw that some of them have come down, which is really nice. Some of them are still up there. even if the serial number is high. But, it's just a waiting game.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yep.
Now, I did get one other card that's lower numbered than that one. This is from Kakawao. I got another Marvel Rivals pickup, and
Oh,
we got the out of 25 skill card.
wow. Nice.
So, yeah, they're pretty cool.
Really cool.
They're all horizontal like this, and this is like one of their skills from the game. So, I don't know why they only did this insert out of 25. That's it. So, the only skill cards they have, they're just numbered out of 25. So, it took a little longer for this one to pop, but we got it. We got it. So,
That's really good, and they make really good cards. I have one, and I
yes,
was really blown away by the quality of the card.
the quality is really good,
Really,
man.
really good quality.
Yeah. People sleep on like Kakawao, like you're finding unicorn.
Yeah, yeah.
The non-tops, non-upper deck sets, man, people sleep on them
Trash.
and they're
Yeah.
good. It's good stuff. Okay, I have one last pickup and I got to shout out my buddy Frank. Frank, good friend of mine. I've known him since I started playing Dragon Ball. So like probably known him 6, 7, 8 years now. And speaking of like friends and things through
Yeah.
cards and comics and collecting, I mean, hell, Frank and his son were at our what do they call it? Our brunch to before our wedding rehearsal. Whatever they call
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah.
So yeah, literally him and his son came to that. It's just so funny. And that was one of the first times I even met him, but we talked like every day. Great guy. And he was looking through one of his old binders and he was like, dude, I found some old Marvel cards. And he sent me these two Scarlet Witch cards. So
Oh, wow.
got to give Frank a shout out, man. We got some, I think that's some Hildebrandt art there. Got masterpieces, Scarlet
Awesome.
Witch. Yeah,
Yep,
very excited to have those
yep.
two
Those are
cards.
good.
So they'll go in the binder. Got to give a shout out to Frank, man. You're the best. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But the only other thing I wanted to share for pickups, this isn't necessarily like an actual thing I picked up, but if you are also a fan of Scarlet Witch, I did post my reading guide that I've created for her. If you are wanting to read her story in the comics, you can go online and find plenty of people who have done reading guides. Almost all of them are based off Marvel's recommended reading, where it lists out a million comics that she is in. And my
Oh, wow.
issue with that reading list is that it would take so long to actually read all those comics. Most people don't do it. So I wanted to build one that went in chronological order of her story as opposed to just order of published date, because all the lists online all go by published date, but some comics release later that are really from earlier in the actual Marvel story, if that makes sense. So I've been working on this thing for probably close to a year and I've just put it out. I actually put it on the Across the Marvelverse website. So if you're interested, you can go down. I made it into a PDF. There's also a checklist right on the website if that is something you're interested in. I also broke it down by optional readings and then readings that are like key events for her story. So you can kind of go the full way, you can go a shortened way, but just makes it a little easier to digest than a lot of the other guides that are around there. So if you're into that, let me know. And if you are really into a character and really into the comics and you want to make a reading guide for that character, let me know. And maybe we can keep this trend going and start building up a bunch of like really legit reading guides for whatever character you're into.
That's really cool.
But that's all I got, sir. So we're going to get into the fun stuff now. It's time to talk about you and Marvel Masterpieces.
Today's focus.
All right. So, Matty, I want to start with you and your collection, dude, because you have just this nutty collection. And I want to bring it back to where it all started. So, which you kind of already started to share, right? As a kid, you were saying you got cards and comics. But
Yeah.
I'm imagining that you probably weren't this heavy into collecting or had the collection like you do
No,
now when you were a
no,
kid. So, I want to hear about it though, bro. Like, what is this collector's story? How did you get to this point?
It started like many, many others, right during COVID. You're stuck at home. I have two boys that are 8 and 5 now, but back then they were younger. And, my son got into Pokemon cards. So starts doing a little bit of Pokemon cards. And my wife says, "Oh, you have a bunch of Marvel cards, from your collecting as a kid." And I'm like, "Yeah, they're not Pokemon, but let me take them out." And we started going through them, and my wife, she sees the binders coming out, and she's like, "Oh, I just thought you had some cards." I didn't realize it was so many. And she's like, "Are they worth anything?" And I said, "I don't really know. I've had
She's
them in
like, let's
my
sell them. We're
so
taking
long." I was
vacation.
like, "Yeah, probably worth $1,000,000." They're worth like $1 a binder. Um, so that started, looking on eBay, see what things are worth, and then you see new cards. And that was my first, like, wow, they're still doing this. And immediately there were these shiny red, blue, green PMGs. And the first set that I found was 2022 Spider-Man Metal.
Okay.
And I'm like, "Oh my god, Marvel cards still exist." So yeah, I started just flying all over the place. I bought some boxes of Marvel Metal, trying to pull PMG.
And when was this? Like, what time frame was this?
This was like March 2020,
Okay.
or yeah, like summer
It was
summer
that
of
COVID boom. It got you
yeah,
too, huh?
it was the COVID boom. It was kinda like right after, like that summer there. So I got back into collecting, but I was all over the place. Then I started looking on YouTube and found a lot of Spidey hits, a lot of Justin Underwood's videos and Fausto's videos, and that's when I learned about, character collecting. Because you could really notice right off the bat, to be a set collector with these new sets that would be really difficult with all the parallels and all this other stuff. So I immediately gravitated towards character collecting,
Smart.
but still having that set collecting thing on my shoulders. But I just, and also like the X-Men Metal, Spider-Man Metal, I wasn't that into, like, collecting that whole set. But yeah, so that's what brought me back into actual collecting, and but I was all over the place at first. No focus, no idea, no vision of what I wanted my collection to look like. You just grab it. You're just all over the place, trying to learn from videos, gotta have this, gotta have that, with no vision, which is, I mean, that's how you start, right?
Oh yeah.
That's how
Oh
you start.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So how
yeah.
did you get to the point where you started to focus in, and where did you focus in on?
So then I started focusing on, for Gambit, I started thinking, okay, to have every card or to have a bunch of Gambit cards, like that doesn't mean I started to like kind of get like a focus. Okay, what do I want it to look like? What would mean something to me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I like perfection, and I like things really, really nice. And I started looking at grading. That was another thing as a kid. I didn't know it existed. I had never seen a slab card. None of my friends had slab cards. Never saw it. So this really got me into grading. And I have a friend, a close friend of mine, um, that's like pretty much a neighbor. And I actually bought my first Gambit graded card from him.
No
And
kidding.
yeah, he grades a lot. And he showed me the ropes because, I
What
opened
are
a
the
box.
odds? That's
Yeah,
so
it was
funny.
just it was crazy. It was crazy. So, and I'd actually known his name because I do a lot of fishing, and there's a lot of fishing tournaments out here, and I
Okay.
would always see this guy's name, Rafasona, Rafasona. He's always catching the biggest fish and stuff. And then he's into Marvel, and I meet him, and I buy this
Wow.
card, and we like exchange, my name is this and his, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, "You're the Rafasona." So it was very funny. So yeah, so he starts showing me the ropes, and you open a pack, you open a box, and I remember calling him one time, opening an Impel X-Men box, and I'm like, "How many tens do you usually get out of a box?" And he's like, "I don't know, like, 10 to 15 cards or a 10 out of a box." I'm like, "I think I hit like I think I have like 60 tens in this box. Cause like they're all amazing, Raph, I swear." And he's like, "Oh no, maybe you do. But then you start to learn what makes a card a 10, and like the smallest little white tick, or like, so it was funny learning, because if you don't pre-grade well and learn the ropes of really what makes a 10, you're gonna waste a ton of money. You're gonna send a lot of cards in and just get eights and nines, and you can't even get slab costs back. So
Yep.
I started getting into grading, and, trying to pack, pull, and grade as many gambits into the grade 10 as I could. It really meant a lot to me to not just buy them all. I wanted to learn what sets and what cards are difficult to grade and why. And so buying those boxes and grading them myself and trying to have as many tens pack pulled by myself as possible in the collection meant a lot to me. And then you can let the hobby pay for itself because then you're grading the other cards in there and selling those tens. And
Yep.
usually you break even and pay for the box and you're grading your own gambits.
There you go. There you go.
That's what I started doing. Yeah.
So now fast forward to today. What
Yeah.
just kind of break down what all does your collection entail?
So I was doing the Gambit collecting, and then 2022 Marvel Masterpiece came out. And I've always been, a Masterpiece fan. Obviously, just amazing sets that came out when I was a kid. I wasn't collecting for 2016, 2018, and 2020, even though they're amazing sets. I didn't really know about those other than the Gambit cards that I was getting from 2016 and 2020 Canvas Gallery. But so 2022 was coming out and just all these videos, all the content of Dan, the artist, just made this set extra special. Getting to know him through all this content and his artwork was just unbelievable to me with the color and the vibrance and everything. So it became my set. I'm like, wow, this is gonna be like 1992 Just Go to me, but present time right now, getting to know the artist through all these videos really changed it for me. And he's just such a cool guy explaining everything that was behind the paint strokes and stuff. It was so cool. So that became my set. And I knew I wanted to do something special with the set, but I really had a hard time figuring it out. Am I going to do, because I wanted to collect it as a set, but I didn't know what to do, whether it would go after the greens or I don't know. I just didn't know until I opened a box and hit a card, and then it just hit me.
And what was the card you hit?
So I opened a box myself here, and I hit an auto. I hit the Dark Phoenix cover variant.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So cool, dude. That is
Yeah,
so
number
cool.
5. And yeah, I'll never forget it, obviously. It's what started it all. It's what started it all. Yeah. And once I hit this,
And that was your first box.
I think this was like the 3rd box
Third
I opened.
box. Okay. Okay.
Yep,
But still
3rd box.
early. So,
Yeah, no, it's still yeah, still early. No sight of EPAC yet, knowing it would come out someday on EPAC, but yeah,
right.
so
Wow.
this is what started the journey and just the thought, like, can I do it? And that's when I really understood, if I'm going to do something like this, I need to plan and I need to focus. I need to learn from the mistakes that I made with Gambit and not make those with this. If I'm really serious about achieving goals and really the vision of collecting this set, how I want to really achieving that, and achieving that vision and not just being all over the place, because I did that with Gambit and I learned a lot from it.
And for this set, your goal was one of every auto, right?
Yeah, it was so my full auto set was to have at least one auto for each base card, and I chose that by whichever one I liked the most. If I didn't like the variant cover as much with however the artwork did it, then I would choose the base. But I don't have to have both. Some I did double up on, like if I just like the artwork so much or like the character,
Sure.
I'll double up on it. But also I do want to achieve my goal of having one for each, and I wanted to include the Battle Spectrum green auto gems, and and not so that's where it would stop, because I didn't know EPAC was going to have a thing of autos yet. So it was one for each card in the base and full Battle Spectrum gem auto.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's such a
yeah.
crazy goal. Because if you don't know, all of those autos he's talking about are numbered out of 10. So,
They're all numbered out of 10, and there's 15 of them. So brutal.
well, yeah,
Brutal.
15 of the battle spectrum. And then how many cards are in the base set? 90?
90.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
105 out of 10 autos.
yeah.
And you did it.
Yeah, yeah, I did it. I am very I am very close. I'm very close to the base set. I need 16 more to complete my base 1 through 90 set, but I did complete the green auto set, and I completed the canvas auto set as well.
Man, that is so cool.
And the canvas the canvas auto set only came about because EPAC released, which was the craziest moment in my hobby collecting ever. That was an amazing day and night, 24 hours, that was amazing. EPAC came out, and I started achieving some of the autos. You complete a whole canvas, set, and you get awarded an auto. Just so happens that I hit 2 Spider-Mans and 1 Wolverine. Just like I mean, I have
That is some
video
luck there,
of
dude. Oh my
yeah, no, it was
gosh.
just crazy luck. So got the 2 biggest out of the way, and from the scan on ePack, it really just it was, silver border and nothing too crazy, auto, amazing gallery auto, but I was still on the fence whether I was gonna include it into the auto set, okay? Really, like, honest. I
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna be hard enough to do the greens and the base. Don't include this now. This is totally separate. This doesn't have anything to do with it. No. So I get them home and they're amazing. So the foiling the foiling is this, like, silver rainbow reflection, and that's when I was like,
Wow.
"Okay, I have to
So
incorporate
freaking
these.
cool,
They're
dude.
just they were just too good, too good." They
So
did a
cool, bro.
really, really good really, really good job, and they're numbered to 25. They're not numbered to 10 like all the rest of the autos. They're numbered to 25. So with how cool they look and hitting the 2 big ones myself and not having to necessarily buy
Let me
them,
put you back to full screen
um
here. Oh
yeah,
my
sorry.
gosh.
That's
No,
okay. So
no.
these are the 2 I hit, and then I sold one of the Spider-Mans to fund everything else, and yeah, so then I was like, "Okay,
Man,
well, I
that's
have to
cool.
include those," so now it's 115 autos I have to do.
So
But
you've
had
got the 90 base, the 15 BSGs, and then how many canvas galleries were there again? 10? Yeah.
10. And now I just so the greens are done, the canvas are done thanks to a lot of friends in the community. Couldn't have done it without friendships and the community. There's absolutely no way. And the friendships that I've made, the relationships I've built with this set and this journey alone, I can't even explain. I can't even explain how much it means and the wow factor of I would have never thought that just collecting Marvel or collecting a set would add that much to my experience in the hobby. No way. It's really amazing.
Dude, it was special, man. It was special.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
just crazy. We're sitting like I didn't get to participate in the physical release, but when it dropped on EPAC, I remember I was like so excited, and I opened my first box and I hit an auto. I hit the Black Panther auto, and I just lost my mind. Like I literally just lost
I
my
didn't know that you
freaking
did that.
mind. Yeah. And I just started ripping, dude. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know what got into me, but I was just like and just all night just ripping packs on EPAC.
Yeah.
And there was me and probably like 4 or 5 other guys in Spidey Hits Discord. And we were doing the 3 packs, man. And we would be like, all
Yeah.
right,
I
three
did
pack,
3
here we
packs too.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
open 3 packs at a time and we just kept hitting,
Yeah.
hitting, hitting
It
like
was
every
good.
time,
Yeah.
bro. It was nuts.
It was crazy. And then you have so many friends that are messaging you like, "What did you hit?" And you're sharing hits, and then you're going to Facebook and seeing what's being sold. It was the wildest
Everyone's
time
trading, dude. The
ever.
camp, like the autos you were
Everybody.
going after,
Oh,
people were
yeah.
going nuts for
Yeah.
the trading, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Nuts.
yeah, and that's the thing too, is it not only not only were there people that actually helped or gave me a good deal or, showed me something, but there were just people that were along for this journey too. Like, they were really rooting for me because I did a lot of planning. A lot of my friends that I created before EPAC came out knew that I was going for this auto set. And I did about 8 months of planning, saving funds because I knew, okay, don't make the mistake like you did with Gambit where you wait for the low number one. I need to pull the trigger. And I also needed to really focus and not rip a bunch of boxes on EPAC. I needed to focus my funds on the goal. And the goal is to get the autos and complete the set. Don't burn all my funds on boxes. So I opened enough to have some fun. I would say I think I probably opened 2 to 3 boxes worth of 3 pack increments. And I got a bunch of hits and I was able to use those to trade, but I did stop and then I just waited and pulled the trigger on green autos that I needed in other auto.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you would have these I would have friends that would follow and they would see like, "Oh, you grabbed that one. Oh my god," and cheer me on. It was so cool. It was so cool. Yeah,
That's so
really
funny.
cool.
Yeah, dude. It's just there is something magical about that time, man. It really was. So, as your collection currently stands, are there more sets that you're trying to build a full collection of, or where are you at now that you've hit this massive goal?
Right. So I am working on set collecting in a certain way. 2023 Marvel Flair.
Okay.
I really, really like that set. So I'm really getting back into binders, like not grading any of it, but I'm getting back into binders
Nice.
and I'm slowly trying to backfill, like you see here, Gambit nines that I need to upgrade to tens. So I'm slowly buying boxes that are affordable and trying to, still pack pull some 1993 Marvel Universe. I still need a 10 in that one. That one is really difficult. Yeah, so trying to infill some of these and that 1994 Game Gear on there, that one's really cool. That one I actually did pack pull. It's all the way on the right, second row down, all the way on the right. It comes out of this game.
That's so
And
cool.
in this game was a pack of 5 cards: Beast, Storm, Magneto, Gambit, and I forget the other one. Oh, shit. But yeah, there was in this game, and it took a few games and a few packs to get the grade to 10 myself. So I got that one. But yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, so I'm still infilling nines that need to be tens where I can. I think I'm up to 119 Gambit graded tens now, and 53 are pack pulled by myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap,
So
dude. That's
I'm really,
amazing.
really, really proud of that number, yeah. Yeah, trying to do as much and it's I'm understanding the grade. When you open a pack or grab the box and open the pack, you really learn why are they so damaged? Why are the pop numbers so low? And, these some of these older boxes, it was just the box is right up against the packs. There was no buffer, there's no space, there's no nothing. The ribbing on the back of a lot of these packs was really prominent, so that gets embedded into the last pack. Then you have all the glossiness coming from 1992, 1994, and they're bricked. If you haven't experienced a brick pack or box, it's literally all the cards in the pack and in the box are stuck together like glue, and they won't come apart. Now there are to use humidifiers, and there are ways to get them unbricked. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. But I mean, you can literally buy a whole pack or a whole box, and it's absolute trash.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah,
tragic.
yeah, yep. So
That's
it's
crazy.
it's can be a tragic experience, but but it goes to show, not that grading is everything, and there's a lot of people that don't grade, and there's a lot of cards I don't grade. But, it's a fun hobby within the hobby, to be honest. I like the challenge, and I like the knowledge and learning just myself from my own personal collection. I think it's cool.
Now, when you're talking about filling the holes and building these binders, are you going for one of every Gambit card ever made?
No, no, I'm not. I do have a Gambit binder where it has I'm trying to collect a lot of Gambit cards that exist. I wouldn't say all of them. I am not trying to master collect Gambit in
Okay.
any way. I don't collect the ones that has his arm or hand in it, like those. I don't do that. I don't do Gambit's name is on the back. I don't do that. I really, really do focus on cards that I like. I mean, there
I
can
love
be a
that.
foreign card that I would love or a card from some set, but I don't if I don't really truly like it, I am not gonna try and grade it high. I'm not gonna put it in my binder. Like the 1995 Marvel Metal. There's another Gambit card in there and I don't like it. So I don't have it in my set. I'm not grading it. It's just the image is just really weird to me. And so it's just an example of not going for everything. And I have started grading cards with tag. I like tag a lot. I like their slab a lot. And some cards that I feel are really difficult to grade like with the human eye and get like consistency, I'll send to tag. Or if I think it's just a card that'll look really good without the red and white label from PSA and it would just look really cool on a tag slab with the clear, I'll do that. It's not that I have anything against PSA and better with tag. It's just, I like to be fluid and go with what I really do like and not what somebody would think.
Dude, that I love that. That's so awesome. And that's kind of like the core of what collecting is, right? It should be.
Yeah.
It's just what
Yeah,
you
and
enjoy.
I will say I learned that from making mistakes. I learned that from overpaying or getting a card because I think my collection somebody will think my collection is cool or important if I have this certain card. So I made the reason why I have this kind of mindset now is because I made those mistakes. It's because I overpaid or bought that card because I thought somebody would think I'm cool or my collection is cool or my collection doesn't mean anything unless I have that one, and I learned a lot from that. And now I really, really do catch myself or, I just talked to a really good friend of ours the other day because I was really on the fence and just reeling me back in, giving me those little bits of tools that I needed in that moment, grounded me again. And I just now I know I don't need that card.
No, that's cool. Now, how do you
But
decide what gets graded, what goes in the binder?
serial numbered 25 and lower, unless I pre-grade it and I know it's a 10, it doesn't mean anything. Serial numbered 25 and lower, I'm just happy to have one. So those go into authentication and verification slab. And even though like that red gallery, the red border gallery for 2022 Marvel Masterpiece, that's in an authentication slab, even though it's serial numbered 49 and lower, but they're so hard to find that that's like a one of one to me. It's so hard to find, it's so expensive. It's not 25 and lower, but authentication. I'm just so happy to have them. So it kind of varies. It depends on how I feel about the card or how hard it is to get. And that way because sometimes I really, like I said, I'm big on grading for certain cards, but then there's other cards I don't care. I'm just happy to have it. I mean, I don't want it folded in half, but, you know, I want it still to resemble the card, but, yeah, so plates I like to do, authentication, slabs. Yeah, I like the, Marvel Platinum set with tag. These cards look really,
I
really
was gonna
sweet.
say, man, this slide we just went to, you've got these in one of those vaulted cases that looks really good.
Yeah, yeah, thanks. I
And
like
is
I
and it
like the
actually goes
cases.
really well with tag. I think the tag slab
Yeah.
looks really good in that vaulted case.
Yeah,
Wow.
having black behind the tag slab really helps that slab. So I've actually that vacant hole in the bottom, very sorry about that. That is for the seismic gold tag 10. I had that in a tag 9 and a very, very, very good friend of mine, Grizz Hunter, he is helping me. I traded him 2 Gambits for his tag 10 because he wanted to help me have my complete tag 10 Marvel Platinum set.
Wow.
So,
That's
and there's
awesome.
some missing there, like the Gambit Cosmic out of 25, I think it is. I don't have that one and I don't want it. I really just went for what I liked, and that card just didn't do it for me. Just with the Gambit one, you can't see enough of the Cosmic, and I just, so that's my platinum set right there.
Very cool,
And then
man.
I have more buybacks coming. They actually just got slabbed and they're coming back in the mail, but I verification with tag all my buybacks because I'm just happy to have them.
I actually have an order that I need to send off to tag, and I'm gonna do something similar. I want them to just do the verified authentic slab
Yep.
for my rainbow from Infinity Trilogy because I want all the slabs to look exactly the same.
Yep. Yeah, and it's really cool. When you look at a verification slab, you're really just looking at the card. There's no number that distracts you from owning that card. And I really like that. I really like that. Because sometimes you don't want to focus on the grade too much. It's really about, what you're curating for a collection and enjoying the card, you know?
Yeah, 100%. All right, now we switch to a shot here.
Well, how's that
Now
gonna work?
showing off your masterpieces. Coming back to this, but here's a good picture of all of your Battle Spectrum gems put together with your just
Yeah,
incredible Spidey canvas print behind it, man.
yeah.
That is so cool.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, and you were a big help, with this picture too, so I appreciate that. Learned a lot doing that. It's really hard to take a picture of a set.
Isn't it? It is
And
hard as
taking a
heck.
picture of a card or 3 cards, it is a lot easier than the set. Once you have to zoom out and, get a lot more depth, wow, taking a photo was not easy.
No, no.
So, but yeah, that set right there, that
Oh,
was a
let me go
lot
back.
of lot of work. Oh, sorry, yeah. A lot of work, a lot of friendships. I mean, the last one I needed was the Silver Surfer Galactus Auto, and the way that came into my collection with Kathleen, literally just I mean, she wants a lot of the greens herself, and she owns a lot of the greens, but she literally said, "You're closer than me, and I want you to have it." I mean,
Wow.
it just blew me away. It just blew me away. Literally just kindness just to help me, and it was really cool, and a lot of other friendships there with Richard. The Miles Green Goblin auto, I bought that from him, but he held it all the way until OAX, and I saw him at OAX, and he was with me to put it into the binder, into its spot, and, yeah, that's a really, really cool friendship and, bond that we had with that card, and he always said, he's like, it was so cool to be a part of this journey and a part of this collection and slide it into its spot and help you complete this. So it's cool. It's just all these experiences. It's so much more to me than a set of cards. It's hard work. It's focus. When I see it, I think about all the things that I learned starting with Gambit and then coming in knowing when to pull the trigger. Don't wait on this one. You got to get this one when you first see it or you're not going to have another chance. All these things that all came together. Really did.
And then here's a shot of all the canvas gallery, or canvas gallery, canvas
Yeah.
gallery. It's been a long day. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the canvas gallery autos, man. Another
Yeah.
just crazy accomplishment, dude. And they look so
No,
good
thank you.
with the Spidey,
Thank
man.
you.
Just
Yeah,
just
thank you so
incredible, bro.
much. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. That was a fun one too. I really like those cards. I was blown away by how they made them. So really cool.
Do you think you'll ever do another set again like this?
No,
You're like never.
no, no. No, I thought character collecting was bad. That's set collecting. I liked having needing like 4 more rather than just 1. Needing one needing 1 more to complete the set for I don't know how many months.
Just painful.
I It's literally painful. I can't stand it. That was horrible.
That's hilarious, bro.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
One thing that I really do like about the way you collect, though, Maddie, is how much you just focus on what you like about the card. Like you loved Marvel Masterpieces. You loved the
Yep,
2022 set with Dan. You went all in on it. And you're not planning to go in all in another set because that's your set, right? And then same
yeah,
thing with Gambit, right? It's like you're going all in and getting these crazy graded cards, but it's just the cards that you
yeah.
want. It's just the cards that you like.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, it's just the cards that I want, and like I said, I learned from the mistakes. I was going for everything at one time, and then I really did focus. Do it for me. It's not for anybody else. It's what I enjoy, and don't get a card because of status or this or that. And I really do focus on the artwork, the card. Do I like it, and does it curate a category or an area of my collection? And it really does help because I will say that the pain of missing one card to complete a set is almost as equal to the pain of buying a card that you don't really want. You get that card and then you're like, I shouldn't have bought this. I shouldn't have paid, I shouldn't pay whatever it is, whether it's funds or you bought it for the wrong reason because somebody would think I had that feeling a few times and I don't want that anymore. I really want to make sure when I purchase something or add something to the collection, it's because I want it. I didn't like that feeling anymore of doing something for the wrong reason. So, but it takes time to learn
Yeah.
and focus.
Yeah. No, I love that, dude. And sometimes you don't know till you start buying the cards and you get them in
No, you
hand.
don't. You don't.
And
You
then you
don't. You
learn
don't.
what you like, you know?
Yep, you learn how to refine, you learn what you like from kinda going all over the place first,
Yeah.
and coming and then come back, and I still do it, like, I just did it 2 days ago. I really wasn't sure on a decision. I shoulda known that if it was that hard for me to make a decision on a card, that it's probably not the right choice.
Yeah.
So we're always, and we're always having things thrown at us with the hobby, whether it's new sets or new hype or it's there's always more coming out, and they're all really nice. Nothing against tops. I haven't bought too many tops cards yet, but they're really nice,
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's hard not to have everything because everything's really cool. But yeah, but I'm getting more into doing some binders, and that's the thing too is I like side PCs. I like side collecting because I'll speak for myself. As a collector, I never want to stop collecting. I tried that. I tried say, okay, I'm gonna stop collecting. I don't like the top sets or whatever. It just doesn't work. I mean, you're addicted to collecting. I'm gonna admit it. I'm addicted to collecting, and I need to collect. I need to get something. So, side PCs, side collecting really, really helps that. It doesn't need to be super expensive, but just something where you feel like you're doing something or adding to your collection, like what I do. An example is, with the grading again, but Julie Bell is one of my favorite artists, and I am going through a lot of cards that she's had in past sets and grading them into a 10.
Awesome.
So, you know, this is a
Wow.
storm she did, PSA 10.
Such a good
Um,
storm, dude.
yeah, really good storm. Love this
What set
domino.
is that storm from?
This storm is from 95 Fleer Ultra X-Men.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good art by
Yeah,
her.
she's amazing. Domino.
Wow.
But this is just something that I'm doing on the side. I feel
Yeah.
very fulfilled. The Wolverine.
That's awesome.
In the tag slab is really good. 9 too, that's really good for this. Like, I'm not gonna keep going and try to get it. That was one I had. Her Electra.
Wow. These look really good in the tag slabs too.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
such a fan of the
Uh,
tag slabs, dude. Like I'm not
yeah,
even trying to be a
really, really
shill
good.
for tag.
And I'll tell you, it
I
is
like them a
not easy
lot.
in tag. It is not easy.
Yeah.
It is really, and I like this one.
Oh, that's great.
This is 1996 Fleer Ultra Wolverine.
Wow.
Very, very hard set to grade. This box and this set bricks. I mean, they're glossy like many other sets, but this box for some reason is so hard to get a box that doesn't brick.
Wow.
But yeah, so I'm doing a little bit of that, doing the Marvel Flair binder, and I'm going through a lot of extra cards that I have and making binders, and it's really therapeutic. I really love doing it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fun.
dude. It is. It's a
Just to
lot of
flip
work, but it's
through a
fun.
binder.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's really fun.
It
Really
is.
fun.
It is. And it's funny because you're talking about side PCs, right? And like side
Yep.
quests that you kind of go on in collecting. And I want to
Mhm.
talk more actually about just Marvel Masterpieces in general, Marvel Masterpieces 2022. And the way I initially started collecting it was I just wanted to get a Rainbow of Scarlet Witch.
Right.
Then I opened a box and I was like, I need them all. I
Yeah.
need the full set. That's it.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
art's too good. I need a
It's
full
too good.
set. So
Yeah.
then I said, okay, what's the best way that I can get one representation of every single piece of art that Dan did for the set? What's the best way for me to do that? And for me, the gold foil made the most sense. It was the easiest as far as price goes, right?
Yep.
It's the
Yep.
easiest to get into. It's the gold foil 6. And I
Yep.
love signatures. I love autos on cards. It's like my favorite thing. I couldn't believe that the cheapest copy of these cards were the ones with the gold foil 6. I was like, that's like the one I want anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I said, okay, I'll get one of every gold foil 6. I'll do one of every BSG, just in the lowest rarity, just the base battle spectrum. And then I'll do one of the like foils that weren't in the actual base set. You know, I'm talking about like the Kingpin and like those types of cards where they only got the foil copy where it was like the dots or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There was a
Yep.
few cards that were exclusive. Surfer, I think,
Overboard.
was in there. Yeah.
Overboard. small dots. Yep.
Yep. So I got one of those characters. I did one of each canvas gallery, just the base one of those.
Yep.
And then I was like, I would love an uncut sheet. So I'm working on this
Yep.
goal, I'm working on the goal, and then an uncut sheet pops up at a price I can afford because I was ripping so much and I kept hitting cause the 3-packs, baby. I'm telling you, it was the 3-packs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd
Oh, that
do a 3-pack, I'd sell the hit, and then I'd get more for my set collection.
was,
So I got one of the redemption cards for the uncut sheet. And then I was like, well, hell, there's only 2 other redemption cards, or 3 others, I guess. You got the covers, and then you've got the 2 original art of Spider-Man and Thor, I think. And then you've got those 2. You've got the cover, like, I don't even know what to call them. I forget.
yeah.
Ryan got has like 4 of them.
Cover variant sheet, right? Gold
Yeah.
sig sheet and base sheet.
Yeah,
Right?
well, no, I know. I'm talking about then after the uncut sheet, then there was the original art you could get. So you could get the
Oh, yeah.
preliminary
Yeah.
art, you could get the
Preliminary
covers,
art.
and then
Yep.
there was the 2 original arts, and I think it was Thor and Spider-Man, right?
It was
Because that's
Thor
the
and
one that Ken
Spider-Man.
got. Yeah.
100%. Yep. Thor and
And
Spider-Man.
so I was like, okay, I'm never gonna get the like original art. That's just actually out of my price range. Like
Right.
I can't afford it. It's not within my means. But the way I framed it in my mind, because I'm a completionist, and if I couldn't complete it, then I can't do it. I would give up. So I was like, well, what if I got a preliminary art, right? So I was like, that counts as original art, and that would scratch the itch for me to complete that goal of having one piece of original art, even though it's a prelim, scratches the
Yep.
itch. So
Yep.
I go through, I get my uncut sheet redemption card, I get my preliminary art redemption card, I complete the set. It's amazing. I'm on a high. It's great. And then EPAC had the achievements, right? So if you completed your sets, then you got to unlock the achievements. Then I got all the acetates, and I'm feeling great because that Spider-Man that is behind you, that is the card that made me want to commit to getting Marvel cards.
Right.
That is one of the first ones I saw. It was that art by Dan. And I was like, this is just the most insane piece of art I've ever seen. It's still my favorite art that's been produced on any Marvel card. I just love it. So the fact that was like the Grail achievement for EPAC, I was like,
Yeah.
how do I not collect this full set? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just had to. So anyways,
I like how you collected the set. That's really cool.
so I go through, I have all, and the Mirages. I haven't completed the Mirages yet. That's on the back burner. I don't love them. I love the art. I'm just not a fan of those types of cards. They're not my favorite, but I really want them to have each one for the set so I can have my complete set.
Sure. Yeah.
They're just way on the back burner. So anyways, I get my prelim, I get my uncut sheet, I redeem the cards. They come in. I did a video with Graydon if you want to see the reveals. It's on Graydon's channel. And my first prelim I got, keyword first, was Ultron. And I opened it up and dude, and the Ultron was so good. The preliminary art was great, but I don't collect Ultron. And I was like, man, one, I'd obviously love Scarlet, but my hopes was very, very small that I would actually hit the character that I wanted out of all 90 or whatever.
Yeah.
But my friend, Funkified, he's a big Ultron collector. So immediately I hit him up. I'm like, dude, you need to have this Ultron. Like, this is your Ultron, bro. But I said, here's the thing. I have to have a piece of artwork from Dan on this set. Like, I have to. I was like, I can't give this up if I don't know I'm going to get another prelim. So we work out this crazy trade where basically I was able to get another redemption card and I sent him the Ultron. Because I was like, dude, I don't care what I get. I just want a piece of art from Dan, but you need the Ultron. So he got a redemption card. He sent me the redemption card. I sent him the Ultron art. So he got his Ultron and I get another shot. And then my second redemption comes in, right? So I redeem it.
Wild.
It comes in. I'm on Graydon's channel and Graydon's like, who do you want? And I was like, obviously Scarlet. But my number 2, I was like, it'd probably be Vision, right? Because Vision is just Scarlet adjacent. And then sure enough, bro, turn this around. I'm going to go full screen. We get, hold on.
That's incredible.
We get the Vision, dude.
Look at that. What an amazing preliminary art. That looks so good.
Just incredible, dude. And had to sneak the little Bella in there. But, you know.
Yeah,
but
I know I had to. Look at that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Now, just so you know, the preliminary arts that Dan did for this set, they technically weren't the prelims that he used in the production of the card. He went back and reproduced them for the set, but to me, I really don't care about that. That's
No.
neither here nor there. It's a piece of original art from Dan,
Yeah,
and it is the art he used.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is the vision
And
art for the card.
man, I find that amazing too with that redemption thing because it's an a you know it's an achievement per se. But on EPAC, you get all the gallery cards, you hit the button, you immediately get it. This you have to scratch it and then
Yep.
send it off, and then all this time, like you don't know what you're getting.
No
That's
idea.
it's not so. I mean, the suspense.
Uh huh.
Wow.
So then,
So
speaking of side PCs, right?
yep,
Sometimes they come to you. I was
right.
not intending to collect Vision from this set, but then I have the Vision prelim, and I'm like, dude, how cool would it be, right? To do a Vision rainbow. And I'm like, that would be so sick to do. So our friend Raj had already started collecting Vision from this set because he pulled the Vision sketch card from Dan. So he has a DDS Vision sketch from MM22. So he had already started this journey and he decided to stop. And I'm like, bro, we got to make a deal.
Yeah.
Like, and he saw that I got the prelim art. So he was like, bro, I would want you to have it. So amazing guy. Shout out to Raj, great friend. And I just want to share basically what some of these cards look like. So if you wanted to collect MM22, you've got, I'll go full screen here. So you've got the base, right? So this is just your normal base card. It's silver foil on the card. Just phenomenal art. And then we go straight to the cover auto.
Yep.
Numbered out of 10. This is actually the Omega. So this is 10 out of 10. Not that I really care about that personally, but still cool.
Yeah. They did a nice job with it.
Then you have the other auto, which is kind of what you were talking about, right? You were picking the one that you like the best. So
Yeah,
this
I
is
would pick the one I like the most. Yep.
yeah. So this is the numbered out of 10, just base auto with the silver spectrum auto, I think
Yep.
is what they call
Silver
it, right?
Spectrum auto. The auto is silver, and on the cover variant, you got the cover variant without the foil, and the auto is gold.
Yes. Yep.
And also, something else to know is that the auto cards are not glossy like the base gold sig and cover variant. They're a matte finish, and I believe that they did that so that that the signature really bites into the card and doesn't just slide off.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then you've got the gold foil auto, which is this is the one that I do have a complete set of all 90. Nothing
That's
like what you have, but
but it's a must-have. So
Uh,
they did such a good job with the gold sigs.
and then you've got this the normal base cover. So then you have your parallels, right? So you've got purple, orange, and green.
Yep.
So purple, orange, and green here. If you can kind of see as I turn them, you kind of see the
Yep.
colors. And they're all numbered. So you've got the green out of 25, the purple out of 99, and the purple out of 199.
Yep.
You also have the prelim cards. So you've got the card, which, I mean, this is just so cool to have now the card and the art.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But even cooler, dude, Raj is just such a great dude. He got one signed for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That was amazing.
It's just
Amazing
so
for him to
cool,
do that.
bro.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So I've got the signed with green marker, of course, for vision on the
Yep.
prelim card. And then the other insert you can chase from Marvel Masterpieces is preserved in amber. So you've got the preserved in amber. This is the out of 15. Ironically, I don't have the 50 yet. So
Wow.
if you do have the 50 and would like to work a deal, let me know. It's not a priority for me. So I'll just
Right.
be
Right.
honest. I don't know if I'm in a position to buy it like a high price, but
Yeah.
if anyone has it and wants to work something out, I'd definitely be somewhat interested. One day I'll get it.
That amber looks really good on the vision
It
card.
does.
Some of them are, I don't want to say some of them are a miss, but that one looks really nice on the amber.
And then similar to the colored parallels, you also have these foiled parallels, right? So you've got the
Yep.
small dots, the kaleidoscope, and I think the other one's the checkerboard, maybe is what they call it. I don't remember. But
Yep. Yep.
you've got your different foils there. So then here's where it gets real crazy.
Yeah.
This is where it gets real crazy. Raj had a couple printing plates for Vision. I think he had more than a couple. I think he had like four, maybe even five. So we work out a deal.
Oh, so he had gone pretty far.
Yeah, he had already gone pretty far. So I
Wow.
was like, dude, I need him.
Yeah.
So we work out a deal. I get those printing plates, and then I'm posting online helping. And like you're saying, dude, the community is just so awesome.
Yeah.
So many people were helping me to track down these one of one printing plates. And I did not think, I told Raj, I said, hey, just so you know, there's a chance I might sell some of these. I just want to be like super straightforward. I don't want you to think I'm trying to get these to flip them. I said, I will probably just keep either the base or the cover, right? If I can ever complete all 4 of the base or the cover, I'll probably keep those 4 and I'll sell off the rest of the others. So here we have the complete set of the base, all 4 colors of the one of one printing plates.
I just never heard of this. Like, it's just so crazy to do that.
And that was what I wanted, right? So I thought I was done. And this community is just so amazing, bro. So many people helped me to track these things down. I ended up also getting the complete set of the covers.
Literally have all 8 printing.
All 8 printing plates that were used for this vision card.
Unbelievable.
Just amazing.
It's really, really, really an amazing achievement to have such a vision rainbow with the autograph on the preliminary art and the preliminary. It's really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I'm almost there. I'm just about done. I think I need the metallurgy and the out of 50 amber. I think that might be it, if I remember.
Yeah. Which
So,
that's not bad.
no, I'll get there. I'm just not in a rush.
Yeah.
I've had some people offer. Some people have had it. It just isn't at the price that I wanted it at yet. You know,
Yeah.
Vision. He's not a high tier character, and I'm probably, for a lot of them, honestly, not even to be rude to anyone who's offered them to me. I appreciate it.
Oh.
I'll probably just wait for an auction. Eventually, one will hit an eBay auction.
Oh yeah.
And you know, just cost wise, a lot of times that's the best way to pick up a card. It's risky because you might miss out, but that's my plan. But you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll get tired of waiting and I'll start hitting some people up and really go after it. But man, it's just such a cool freaking set to collect. I've also almost completed my Scarlet Witch rainbow. That's my other rainbow. About at the same spot. There's only a couple cards I'm missing from her as well. But it is just a really special set, man. The art's amazing. Like you said, Dan's amazing. The community came together for it. It is a special time in Marvel cards that I will not forget.
No, I won't forget. And I feel like, if you choose a goal with it, you can achieve it. There's not like all these crazy amounts of parallels. It's pretty normal size set with an orange, a purple, and a couple, the autos and the green. It's normal to me,
Yeah.
Not knocking other sets, but like we all know in the past, you have these platinum sets that have 54 cards for your character or something. That gets really difficult and taxing.
Yeah, 100%. But man, I can't get over how crazy your collection is, dude. Like, I don't even know if the listeners truly understand how crazy that is for you to have one of every single out of 10 card in Marvel Masterpieces 2022. Dude, that is such a crazy freaking accomplishment. That's just, yeah, I don't even know how to put it into words right now. I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty bad, but
Yeah, I really appreciate that, and even I appreciate it. I really do, because it was a lot of work, a lot of planning, obviously a lot of funds, and but it's my passion. This is my set. This is my passion, is collecting these autos. And to be honest, the goal and the vision and the dream goes farther than that. One of the reasons why I really chose this is because in my vision, in my mind, I know they weren't all in front of Dan all at once, but these cards were all in front of him at one time. He signed them all. They go into packs, they go into boxes, they get shipped all over the world. They get held at Upper Deck for EPAC and all. They're just everywhere. And I just thought it would be so cool not to only put a set together, but to put a set together and present them to the artist once again, and just say like, hey, like your set meant so much to me, and I liked it so much that I wanted to bring back all the autos and put them back as a set, like in front of you again, after they got dispersed all over the world and everything, and put them back. That's my end vision, and I'm hoping to do that this upcoming OAX.
I am so excited for this. Please let me be there.
Yeah, I hope you are. I'll wait until you're there.
Okay, yeah, please let me be there for this. I want to be with you.
It'll be a really, really special moment, just a cool thing.
That'll be phenomenal, dude. That's going to be so cool. I just can't wait for OA Expo. I can't wait to hang out with you, all of our friends, see everybody, dude, the artists that are going to be there. It's such a good event. I plug it every single show cuz it's
Yeah.
deserving of a plug every
Yeah,
single week.
it really is cool. I mean, the artwork, you know, the artwork that you see, the actual event is incredible. It's really amazing. The artwork you see, the comic splash pages that you see, everybody's booths, everything is absolutely amazing. It's put together amazing. I can only imagine how much they're going to elevate everything this year, and it'll be even better. The gallery portion of it, the card portion of it, but for me, I really, really, really did go to meet friends. I knew a lot of friends that were going to go there. I was going to meet tons of these people, everybody for the first time, right? I mean, this whole this whole hobby, everything has just been through YouTube, just been through, you know, Facebook and Messenger and everything. And to meet you know, Fausto and Raj and all these guys in person, and then meet Dan and Julie Bell, Dave Blumbo in person in that kind of environment where it's still kind of small. Like there's a lot of people there, but it's not like New York Comic Con or anything. I've never been to those, but OEX, it's a very unique, and it's a unique and close knit, you know, group. It's just amazing. I don't know. It's hard to put into words, but yeah,
You have to be there.
you
Go
just
there and find out.
yeah, it's overwhelming, but it's not overwhelming because of the amount of people. It's just you really can have an amazing experience there and not be overwhelmed by like a crowd, you know?
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Maybe as it keeps getting bigger and bigger, but right now it's really amazing.
I think with the group that's running it and Castro, who's just
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
it seems like they are really good at understanding how to scale it properly.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
think when a lot of these conventions think about scaling, they think about scaling in a way where it's packing as many people as possible, getting more talent and squeezing them all in together, right?
Yeah.
And obviously I don't know the future. Maybe they will do that. I don't know. I'm not them. I've
Yeah. I don't know.
no say in it, but they are so focused on the people
Yeah.
and the
They're focused on
experience.
the people and the quality, not the quantity. You can really
Exactly.
feel that.
You
Yep.
can feel it not even being there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can feel it just from the interviews, from seeing the
Yep.
videos. Um,
Yep.
and I think with that type of passion, I just don't think they'll lose that. You know, it's something really special, and
Yeah.
that's also I think why people enjoy it so much.
Yeah. I
You
think
know.
so.
But anyways, yeah, OAX man, it's going to be great. I am so excited, and like you said, I'm mostly excited for the people. Obviously, the art and the cards and everything is going to be awesome
Yes.
too.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the people. Speaking of art and original art, is that part of your collect? I know this conversation,
Sure.
asking this kind of late, but we've really
No,
focused in on cards. Does your collection expand into art? Are you looking to get into art? Anything like that?
it doesn't expand into original art for me.
You keep it with the cards.
I keep it with the cards except for commissioned art.
Okay.
I am going into commissioned art from my favorite artists. So my vision for my like complete collection is to have two Gambit pieces, two commissioned pieces, one by Julie Bell and one by Dan DeSantos.
Wow.
And Julie Bell is working on one as we speak now, which is
Yes.
amazing. Yeah, I'm super excited that she even accepted, and yeah, so I'm really excited for that, and I still have to talk to Dan. So it actually be a great time with all these autos. It should be hard for him to say no. Uh, Oh, but yeah, that's how I really like I have the cards, I have my auto set and the Gambit PC, and I want 2 commissioned artwork pieces. I don't go too much into sketch cards, but I collect, a lot of Dre sketch cards, just
Okay,
his
great.
artwork and
Amazing artist to
his
collect,
sketches
yeah.
are just amazing, and he's doing some Gambit stuff for me,
Nice.
some commissions. So, not going crazy with sketch cards and commissions, but to answer your question, I don't have the urge or the want to buy an original piece. Nothing against it. I would like to go the commission route more for myself.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
it becomes very personal too. And for your goals and
Yeah.
your vision, I think that makes
Yep.
perfect sense.
Yep. Yep. Really personal to me. Yep.
That makes perfect sense. That's really cool.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Maddie, before we start wrapping this up with some just questions, both from me
Yeah.
and our listeners, is there anything else you wanted to share just in general about your collection or Marvel Masterpieces 2022? Anything we didn't hit?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I would say I am doing a binder of 2022 Marvel Masterpiece as well, similar to something that you're doing,
Ooh,
just to
okay.
have.
Hold on. Pause. Okay. How are you setting that up?
So, right. So I'm doing just the binder has I'm doing a 9 card page binder.
Okay.
So I'm just doing the base gold sig cover variant for tier 1 through 3.
Okay.
And then tier 4, I'm doing base. I want to do. I've slowed way. No, I'm not going out there grabbing anything right now. I wanna do base tier 4, gold sig for tier 4, and then one other parallel to finish that, not the cover variant.
Okay.
Nothing against anybody with those, but I don't wanna pay for those in that. I would like
Yeah.
to, whether it's the oranges or the purples or something, I haven't really chosen yet, but just to have the 9 page, and that'll be my binder.
That's so cool. And I'm assuming you're doing three across for each character. Each character's each
Yes,
one
3
left
across,
to
3
right.
across
Hmm.
character. Yep. And then, I do want I'd like an example for each, like the base canvas gallery, I have that, but I would like an example for each canvas character in one of the foil colors. So,
Okay.
like, I like the storm with the pink a lot. So maybe I
Got
would
you.
choose
Got you.
for storm, not rainbow her, but just get one to show also that they did the canvas in a color as well. Hulk green would be really cool.
Oh
This
yeah.
is I don't even know if I'll even get there, but to do the binder,
It's
and I'd
always a
like,
chase, man.
yeah, it's a
Always gotta
chase.
have a chase.
I want to continue the battle spectrum gems. I'd really like to do full red and full teal. That's a
Wow.
must. That would be
That's
before I that has to happen. I don't know when, but that has to happen.
Oh my gosh, bro, you're funny. Well, I'm excited for one day when that does happen. I'm excited to see it because I certainly will never be able to do that as much as I would love to. I'm sticking with my one. I got to stay disciplined. But no, that's going to be amazing, bro. That's really cool. That's really cool. And then actually, I also wanted to ask. It's funny. I'm thinking of more questions now.
Yeah.
So how are you going about actually displaying and storing all this? Are there certain ones that you store away? Are there certain ones that you keep on display? How do you go about that?
I do rotate them out. There are quite a few that I keep on display, like the Spider-Mans. I really like those. And I have all my autos, this whole Marvel Masterpiece set, none of it is getting graded. None of it's getting authentication slabs, nothing. I have all the autos and the bigger cards like green emeralds that I got of certain characters that I wanted. They're all in one touches and they're all in one touch binders. So I have 4 binders, tier 1, tier
Okay.
2, tier 3, tier 4, and the canvas gallery. But the green autos I have in the vaulted
The
9 page.
displays. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they're over there on top of my with my Gambit
Hold
statue.
on, hold
But
on.
some of them
Point it back
some of them
over. I'll make sure everyone can
oh, yeah,
see. There we go. And the comics.
it's up
Okay. Okay, I got you. I
there.
see it. I see
Yeah, yeah, that's some
it.
yeah, but that's where they are. Yeah, definitely want them displayed at all times.
Yeah,
And, yeah, that's how it one touches in one touch binders.
that's cool. Now is the reason you went with the one touch because you wanted them in the one touch binder specifically? Or was there another reason for that?
No, I knew I wasn't gonna slab them.
Any
I
reason?
had no, I just to start, number 1, I wasn't concerned about the grade. Once again, I obviously don't want it, cut or folded in half, but,
Yeah.
if it has a ding, I'm really, really, really excited just to have 1 to try and complete this goal. So, definitely no grading. And I don't know, for some reason, I didn't want them in a slab. I kind of feel like if I wanted to hold it, I can, and I
Yeah.
can take it out and, like, look at
Yeah.
it. Not that I do that, but it's still raw.
Yeah.
And I like that aspect of this part of my collection. I don't want it stuck in a case. Like I don't know.
You know what's so funny, Maddie?
I don't know why.
What here's what's so funny though. So I have a very similar rule as you. Everything numbered out of 25 or less gets slapped. That's just my rule.
Yep.
If it's out of 25 or less, I slab it because it just I don't know. I maybe it's just because I'm still weird about having cards that are that rare because in
Right.
where I've come from
Right.
before Marvel, that's like not really heard of that you have that many cards like that. But yeah, that was just my thing. If it's out of 25 or less, if it's that rare, there's only 25 copies in the world,
Right.
right?
Right.
It's going in a slab, it's getting authenticated, and it will be preserved in that slab. I don't care about the value. It's not about the grade for me. That's how I want it, right? And that was my goal. And it'll go in the slab that I just think looks best, which right now is tag. That's why I'm doing a lot of tag stuff. The only place I have broken that rule is for MM22, and I've decided that none of them will get slapped. And I can't even
Wow. That's
exactly
cool.
put my finger on it either.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
something
All
similar.
right.
It's
So
like
not alone.
no, I just feel like these cards shouldn't. I don't know. I'm like they shouldn't be in a slab. They need to be. And I have a binder, right? And they're in perfect order in the binder, and I love it. I love it. That's where they're gonna stay.
I don't know. Yeah, that's really, really cool that we're thinking the same. It's something about like you need to keep it raw. Like
Yeah, yeah.
just take them out and
It's
hug
a
them or something. I don't
masterpiece,
know what
man.
you want to do.
Like
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's a
need
masterpiece.
access to it. I mean, yeah, yeah,
That's too
really
funny.
cool.
That's too funny.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
okay. Anything else you wanted to talk about or anything I forgot?
So I will add one thing.
Yeah.
How I look at collecting numbered cards, especially numbered to 10. And it helped me think about it in this way to jump on cards when you have the opportunity. Like if you have a goal, whether you're character collecting or set collecting, or you want cards that are 25 and less or 15 and 10 and less. The way I look at a 10 out of 10 serial numbered card is about two are going to stay in boxes or packs and never to be seen. Possibly. This is just my theory.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Four are going to be in collections. They're going to go into collections, set collections, character collections, and pretty much never to move or never to be seen again. So that's six. And then 3 to 4 are going to cycle through, get sold, change hands, have access to, somebody doesn't want it. So I always look at it out of 10 as a 3 to 4 shot that you're going to get that card. So when I was going after this auto thing, and then you have to take the characters that are in it, like the Spidey Venom green out of 10. I knew even with those parameters and that theory that I had, I kind of thought I would only get one chance because either somebody might grab it or it might be a private sale or something. And so that was one that I took the shot. I saw it and I just took the shot, and I'm glad I did because I've never seen another one for sale. I think maybe private sales, but I never saw one for sale on eBay
Yeah.
or Facebook. But it's just a tool that I used to help me justify pulling the trigger on something quick or waiting. Otherwise, you're just going to be, or I was just all over the place. I didn't know which one to get or which one to do, or go for this one first and not for this one. So I kind of prioritized it with character, rarity, and judging, how many would stay in a box. If this Wolverine, let's say there's a lot of Wolverine collectors out there. So maybe, I started by saying 4 would stay in collections, maybe 6 will stay in collections because so many people collect Wolverine. So now that shrinks my chances down to 2. So I would move that around, and that kind of helped me with my goal and focus and know when to pull the trigger and when not to. But even as a character collector, that can help too.
No,
I
that's
first
a good
learned
point.
this. I first learned this with the Kith cards, those cards that would come with the Kith.
Ah, I've got a couple behind me.
Yep. Yeah, I really like those cards. And the green is out of 10.
Yep.
And I had a total different mindset back then. I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna get the pink and the orange and the blue. I'm gonna get those now, and I'm gonna wait for the green price to come down, and then I'll get the green." That was so the opposite of what I should have done. So
Yep.
I learned from that because then I never saw there was like 2 or 3 chances. I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not paying that. I'm gonna wait for it to come way down." No, that doesn't happen. So, especially with with a certain tier character maybe and a set. So I learned from that
Yeah.
to get the oranges and the pinks, and those ones are the ones that are come down in price. you need to still stay within your budget for an out of 10 or out of 5 or out of 25. But certain serial numbered cards, you want to nail them down when you can, in my opinion.
No, it's good advice because well, I mean, and to be fair, I really just didn't have the means. I couldn't afford to buy it. But
Yeah.
the only time that I've had an opportunity to even have a chance at a Scarlet Witch cover auto from this set, I didn't go for it because I'd already spent a lot, and it was just,
I've never seen one. That's one of the autos I'm still missing. But go on.
yeah, no, I've only ever seen one, and I missed it. I didn't
Wow.
go for it. I feel like it was on eBay. I don't know if it was like a buy it. I can't even remember, but I'm pretty sure it was on eBay. But yeah, it was just that one, and I was like,
It's tough.
no.
I mean, you do I'm saying this, and it's not a do anything, and it's you still have to have you
Yeah.
still have to have a budget, and you still have to draw the line somewhere. But
But
yeah,
that
it's
card
hard.
has never popped back up now. And I'm like,
Yeah,
man, if I could, I was like, and you're right though, because sometimes if you really need it, if you do have the means for it, sometimes you got to pull the trigger early on
yeah,
those
yeah,
high rarity cards, right?
yep, yep.
And looking back on it, I'm like, man, I probably should have just sold a card because that's something I do sometimes, right? There's a card that maybe I don't really want to
Yeah,
get rid of,
yep,
but I know I can get it back. You know what I
yep.
mean? There's a big difference between a card I can go buy anytime. Like, so I have some Dragon Ball cards like that, right? Like there's a card behind me. I could probably sell it right now for $300. I could also buy it tomorrow. I could buy it next year. I can buy it the year after that. It's on the market at all times. I can pick that card up at any time. That out of 10 Scarlet Witch, I think it went for like 800, maybe 700, 800, something like that. I can't get that card right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I
yeah,
can't get that. But now, in my head, I'm like, man, I probably should have sold a couple Dragon Ball cards that
yeah,
were high end, picked up
yeah,
the Scarlet Witch, and then when I had the means, then go back
yeah,
and get those cards back that I sold. So
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
something to think about as a collector when you see these rare things pop up. You got to decide how bad do you want it, and is it worth parting with something, even if it's just temporarily from your collection, so you can acquire it. That's just another
yeah.
strategy you can use.
Yeah, and I learned a lot of that from you too, just watching how you do things and learning from, other podcast shows that you've had of, does it truly fit my collection? Yeah,
Yeah.
you may have gotten it 3 years ago or 2 years ago, but, we change and our our
Yep.
our collections evolve,
Yeah.
and you really I've looked at some pieces, and it really helped me get some of these autos because I sold it. I really looked at it, I said, "Yeah, I like that comic, but it really doesn't fit anymore," and it's not a
Yep.
bad thing to move it, yeah, or whether you lose money or gain money, you need to look at the end outcome, and the end goal is that you're focused on a different goal or a different thing, and it doesn't fit your collection anymore, and it's okay to move it to gain this. And I like that because I don't know why, but it took a little while for me to be okay with letting something that I brought into my collection out.
It's hard.
And yeah, it's hard until we're
When you're
collecting.
buying things
I really
because
want
you're
to collect. I
yeah,
just want to keep.
yeah.
But, so it was like pulling a Band-Aid off. You just have to do that one time, and then you kinda learn it's not that bad of a thing, and it feels better to let that one go that doesn't fit so much and get that Grail or get that one that does fit a lot more.
I think part of the reason it's hard is the way you collect, right? You're not buying things because you're speculating on value or
True,
there's a
true.
market
Yeah,
turn
yeah, yeah,
or because
yeah,
some influencer said so. You're buying these things in your collection because they're things
yeah,
you're passionate about that you want in your
yeah,
collection. So then to
yeah,
part with it, that's a big deal, right? Because
yeah,
there is a whole
yeah.
chase. There's probably a story behind most of them. And now
Yeah,
you're
and
giving
the
that
things
up.
I did move, it wasn't like I didn't like them anymore, I still wanted
Right.
them,
Right.
but yeah.
No.
No, you're exactly right.
Well, man, this has been a freaking awesome conversation. I could talk about Marvel Masterpieces 2022 specifically for hours, and we probably need to do a follow-up episode on this.
We're not talking about it for another 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bummer.
If only, if only. But no,
Bring all
dude.
the mission stuff back out.
Right. Yeah. Actually, if you subscribe to Patreon. No, but no, dude, this has been really fun. It's such a special set. It is such a cool set to me. I can't wait until it's done. There will be a point of finality for me, and that's going to be when the Scarlet Witch Rainbow is done and the Vision Rainbow is done, and I get the last of the Mirages. Those are my last three. Check the box things I got to do. And I will have to do some sort of display and some sort of crazy reveal once I finish my whole set. And I'm ecstatic for your big reveal at OAX when you do
Yeah,
that with Dan. That's going to be amazing.
really.
So I do have some rapid fire questions for you.
Let's do it.
I want you to say the first thing that pops up into your mind. And here's what's really fun. They all got deleted. So I'm going totally off the top here. Off the cusp. So here we go. Your favorite Marvel set.
2022 Marvel Masterpiece.
Okay, I gave you an easy one to start.
Yeah, okay. That was good. That was good.
Okay, here we go. You can only keep one card in your entire collection. What are you keeping?
I don't know why. The green Spider-Man.
Wow. And is it's specifically the green?
Yeah, this one.
Wow.
I don't know. I was gonna, for some reason, this green Spider-Man, even though it's not the auto, this is one of my favorite cards in my whole entire collection out of
Really?
all my cards. Yeah.
Really?
I really can't. I really, really, really love this card.
Wow.
And I cannot believe I own this almost more than the auto.
That's so
Honestly.
crazy. That's
I don't
awesome.
know. I just feel so good about it. I love that green, and I don't know. I just love it.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Green.
You can only keep one. Your entire Gambit collection or your entire MM22 collection.
Oh, where's the questions that got deleted? That definitely was not in those. Okay, hold on. That's I mean, it's been you're talking a solid 4 years of building PSA.
I love how distraught Matty is over this. He's like,
Ooh, that's I mean,
I can see the
and to
sweat.
say I would give up the 2022. I mean, I feel like a traitor. You know, like
Hey man, you got to pick one.
I don't know why. I would have to say 2022 Marvel Masterpiece.
That's the one you're going to keep?
It stands for more it's more friendships, I think. Just the underlying meaning that the behind it. I think I would have to keep it because of that. I feel like I would be letting like friendships go and all. There's so much more into those cards than the Gambit, I think. The Gambit is personal work, but I feel like it was everybody with me. End answer. 2022.
Got it. Okay, you're locked in. Gambit collection's gone. Sorry, brother.
Oh my God, where'd they go? No. Just sucked them out of the room.
If you had to collect a different character other than Gambit, who would it be?
Jubilee.
Ooh, nice. Okay, you're quick on that. Yep. Okay, this was actually one of my favorite questions I asked last week. So I'm gonna repeat a question that I asked last week because I really like this one. If you could raid one collector's vault, who would you raid? Graydon. Why?
I think his collection I like Sabretooth too, but man, his collection is really vast. I'd want to because I want to see it like all in person.
Yeah.
I want to see just the whole thing. There's a lot of pieces to his collection that tie all together. Comic that goes with it's yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you just don't like him. So just kidding. We love you, Graydon. Yeah. I'll do one more. If you had to collect one more set, like you did MM22, what would that set be?
Oh, well, it doesn't have as many parallels, but it would be 1996 Marvel Masterpiece.
1996 Marvel Masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah, I only have a few cards from that set, and it's pretty expensive. But that one, I don't like that. I don't have that in a binder or that as a set. That would be the one. That would be the one.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, you survived through my very impromptu rapid fire questions. You did it.
I still have both of my collections.
You did. But our listeners do have some questions for you, so we're going to jump over there.
Lumpkin's letters.
All right. So Ryan from Spidey Hits Discord, Ryan MCKE, as his username is, has a question for you. He wants to know why is he much more handsome, cooler, stronger, and better MM22 collector than Exodus Third?
Those guys, they're always going at it.
Do you have an answer for him?
I am not better. No,
Spidey Hits, Justin. He said he wants me to ask you if Gambit was to be amalgamized, which he said is a word that he made up, with a DC character, who would it be? He said, think Dark Claw type of a character.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
I don't know either. I don't know any DC characters. I'd be like, well, I think there's Batman, Robin.
Yeah, I don't Green Lantern? I don't know.
Green Lantern. Okay. All right. We'll take it. We'll take it. Man, the listeners are coming at you today.
Yeah, no, that was a tough one. That was a tough one, and I have the DC Marvel set too. I know DC characters, but not that well.
Masterpieces from Spidey His Discord said, when are you starting on either MM20 or MM24?
Once I finish my whole entire 2022 Marvel Masterpiece, I need all the Battle Spectrum teals, I need all the reds. So maybe in about, like, 20 years.
Okay, 20 years. There you go. You got your answer.
Yeah. But I will say to add to that, because I have, like, such focus and I gotta really focus the funds towards this 2022 set, I don't wanna say have regrets, but it is hard to miss out on the 2024 set. Noel Grego, he did an amazing
I
job
wanted
with
to
that.
participate in
There
that
are
set so bad.
Yeah, I really did.
I just
There are
didn't
some
have the means
cards,
to
the
do it.
Moon Knight, oh, I would want a Rainbow Moon Knight, like,
Yeah.
oh, man. So, hats off to him. He did an amazing, amazing job with that set, and I would definitely wanna participate and create a binder with that set.
I really do
Yeah,
too.
I really, really,
Yeah.
really, really do.
I sold the uncut sheet I have from that set to our friend Donnie, and
Yep.
it hurt selling that, but I had to. I had to fund other things in the collection.
Yep. Yep.
All right, Ryan, who was on last week's show, he wants to know who would be your ideal actor to play Gambit in live action.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, okay. Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, why?
Ryan also wants to know, how did you feel about the Topps Gambit trading card sets?
I don't wanna knock it that much. I just it is reused art that I do like. It's not like they used a bunch of cards that I don't artwork that I don't like, but it just at the price point that some of them are at, it just didn't entice me to start including it in yet, even though, like, that rose gold, like, that's a must. I really want the Gambit playing card. I really like that one out of 99.
You have to have
But,
that card eventually, bro.
yeah,
You have
oh,
to eventually
have to,
get that.
have to,
That's a
have
that's a necessity for your collection.
Yeah.
We as a
Yeah.
group all need to make sure Matty
Yeah.
gets that card.
Yeah, yeah, really. And I really wanna see one of those in person. They
Yeah.
really look like, they would be like the gallery achievement, like, once you hold that in person, it'd be so much better. But, yeah, you know what? All I could say really is there's that urge, and I have wanted to, and I have bid on that rose gold a couple times, but I've reeled myself back in and focus. I'd rather put those. It's really just because of funds, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like those cards. It's just, once again, what I want my collection to look like, what's more important to me right now, and where do I want to put the funds? And it's more important to me to fill these holes per se, whether it's grading or whether it's a card or a commission to pay for or something. I'd much rather do that than chase a tops card at this moment. But I do like them. And I would like them.
Anime Addict 04, also welcome in. I think this is the first time you've asked a question on the show, so thank you for your question. He said, noticed you had some tag slabs. Is that who you prefer to send your Marvel cards to for grading?
Yes. Yes.
Is that your number one? Like, that was actually that was going to be my rapid fire question. Like, if you could just pick one grading company, would it be Tag, or who would be your number one grading company?
Okay. It would be Tag.
Okay.
It would be Tag. I like the consistency and I like the grading through them. I've really gotten to know I don't want to say the grading system, but what their system catches on a card. And it is very, very fine. Like, to get a 10 with them is very difficult. The only downside, but I believe it's still only temporary, is they don't grade all cards. They don't grade the thick Marvel Masterpiece 2022 cards. Tag doesn't grade the thick cards yet. So that, I have a lot of PSA, but that's because I started with PSA way before Tag even came out. But I love their slab. Holding it, it's really clear. I love the etching of their label. So it would definitely be tagged, but I'm disappointed that they don't do the thick cards yet. But I'm just looking forward to that. I really can't wait until they
I
do
can't
thick
either.
cards.
I,
Yeah,
I
it's
need them
early
to.
game.
I need them to do printing plates too. I
Yep.
really need them to do printing plates. All right, last question comes from my buddy Amprov. Shout out to Amprov. He said OG 700 Peter Parker versus Reboot Parker. I don't know if you know what that is. I don't know what that is.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, we both failed. We're on a Marvel show, and we
All
failed
right.
a Peter Parker question. So
That's a tough one for me.
I would come in and back you up, but I don't know either. So Improv, maybe you can educate us. We'll get him on the show.
Come on and explain that.
That's right. That's right.
Sorry, I dropped the ball there.
Yeah. No, it's hey, I did too. So,
Yeah.
but dude, this was freaking awesome. Thank you for coming on. You're amazing. Your collection is amazing. I'm very jealous of it. I had told Graydon even when I show my binder, I told him I will never show my Masterpieces binder on your channel because Matty already took care of Masterpieces for you. You don't need anyone else to show any Masterpieces cards. So, dude, it's just yeah, amazing collection, bro. It's really
I
phenomenal.
appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Yeah. It's it was a lot of hard work, like I said, and we've gone over it, but it's just means a lot to me that it means a lot to you and a lot of my friends. And I really do look at it as us as a family in the hobby have a set of these green autos, because it's going to be a rare thing to collect that. It's going to be very hard to get a full set together, especially now. So, I'm happy that I have one, but we as a hobby family have one and it can be seen at any moment. It's not in a black hole collection somewhere. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think it's an important set in the hobby and it's an important card. It's the first time that they did an out of 10 Battle Spectrum gem, especially with an auto on it. And I'm glad that it got put together. I'm glad it got put together by me and it can be seen.
Well, dude, is there anything else that you wanted to say before I close this out here?
No, I think that's
We covered it all. Okay, cool, man.
I
Well,
think we
Matty.
covered everything.
Well, dude, thank you again for coming on the show. This has been a blast. If you all do not follow Matty, obviously give him a follow, MattyVet97. You can see his amazing collection in all its glory on his Instagram. He's always posting on there. Great quality content, great collection.
Thanks.
Definitely give him a follow. Keep up with what he's doing. If you're going to OAX, definitely find us. Come say hi. We're getting close, man. Only 4 months away. So looking forward to that.
Really close. Yeah, and shoot any questions by anybody about grading or collecting or anything. I'm always open to help anybody. I love helping people and the tools that I've learned to get through, collector fatigue or burnout or anything like that. I think it's really, really important to know the tools and have help to get through those because you're not alone in that. This can get really taxing, chasing goals, chase cards. You gotta reach out for help because it can get pretty discouraging sometimes. So
well, hey, if you guys have listened this long, it would really mean a lot if you could subscribe, leave a review, drop a comment on YouTube, do all those things that you already know what I'm going to say to do. That helps the show so much. Share this with your friends, your family. Next week, we will be back with a very special guest that I'm excited to announce. So stay tuned on the Instagram for that. And Matty, hopefully I'll get you back on the show. Maybe we'll do like I'm thinking maybe in February, we get all the homies at OAX and we do like some sort of big group something that, make some content. That would be fun. But all right, everybody, thank you so much for listening and we will see you next week. See y'all later.